This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan. With your host, Bradley Summers. And get the latest from Alpena Community College with ACC President Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to another installment of Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Bradley Summers, and first off, Merry almost Christmas to everybody out there. Today we have two really wonderful guests. Our first guest is Cassandra Sadler from the Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary. Hi, Cassandra.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. Well, you know, just as we were saying before here, I hope all of your Christmas preparations are in order.
Almost there. Almost
well, you've got one day, right?
One day, exactly.
Aw. Well, one really exciting thing that's going on at Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary over the Christmas break when all the little ones are out of school and all the craziness is going on, they're all pumped up full of sugar. Your organization is hosting free film days.
Yes, so the Sanctuary Great Lakes Maritime Heritage Center is open Tuesday through Sunday this week, and we will be having free family films in our theater, rotating through from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day.
Awesome, and you're also providing free popcorn.
Yeah, free popcorn. So come in and explore the sanctuary. There's always something new at the visitor center. There's always something else going on. So come on in and check out some really great family films and check out our gift shop. If you have any last minute late gifts to buy, we've got some really great things in our gift shop right now. Brand new children's books and some new beanies and jackets and these really neat bracelets actually that you can buy. It's by a brand called Follow, and each one is connected to an animal that has been tagged, so you can track your own individual whale or giraffe or lion as it migrates or travels through its area.
Well, that's a great last-minute gift.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. That'd be pretty cool to see what a blue whale is doing out in the ocean and where it is.
Or a penguin in Antarctica.
Oh, that'd be neat. That'd be really neat. I'm sure kids don't like things like that.
No, not at all. I mean, I only have 3, but
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. And you know, what a great place to get some of that energy out of the kids, where they can go and they can visit the shipwreck that's there, and of course the play center, and then to be able to do things like the movies in that really nice, intimate setting. It's a really cool resource in this community, the movie theater there. So it's awesome that you're opening the doors and trying to get more people into.
Yes, we always want people in the Alpena community to come in and visit the Heritage Center. We've got some great exhibits. You can always learn something new there.
Yeah, it's a great time too for, say grandma and grandpa or aunts and uncles or someone that maybe has the opportunity of not having to go to work during the Christmas week, to take the kids to do something really fun.
Yep.
So thank you for doing that.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Yeah, I hope there's like 800 kids too.
I hope so too.
And another really big thing that you have coming up, one of the biggest events that you have each year is your International Film Festival.
Yes, the Thunder Bay International Film Festival is back for its 12th year. It will be in person this year, and it is from January 24th through the 28th.
Awesome. And it's not just here in Alpena, but there's also what you have is mobile sites that are going to be in Rogers City and Harrisville too, correct?
Yes, so we do a Film Fest on the Road series. So on Wednesday night, the 24th, we're going to kick it off at the Rogers Theater in Rogers City. We're going to be showing the film Relentless with the filmmaker there. It's about the invasive sea lamprey and that impacts that species had on the Great Lakes community. The filmmaker, Thomas Lindsay Haskin, will be there to answer questions. We're going to have scientists from the Great Lakes Fisheries Commission there to answer questions as well. And it's going to be the only opportunity to see that film during the film festival. So we highly encourage everyone to come out. It's going to be a great night.
And you did mention too that no film is shown twice.
Right.
Wow, that's incredible.
We have over 50 films to share, so In the 5-day Film Fest, we've got quite a bit going on. We're going to have a filmmakers panel where you can meet these filmmakers, have a discussion with them, ask your questions. We'll also have a Student Film Fest is back, so students 6 to 12, grades 6 to 12, will be submitting their films to share. We're also having our first professional film fest competition, partnering with the Sunset Project.
Nice.
Out of Grand Rapids. So they've had over 20 submissions from professional filmmakers, and we're going to have a showing on Saturday night of the top 5.
Wow.
From that, yeah.
Wow, that's really cool to hear. You know, and it's neat that you're partnering with more, you know, individuals as well, trying to bring, you know, more exposure. And that Sunset Project is a wonderful asset to this community. And of course, you know, most of them are down at school in Grand Rapids, but most of them were born and raised here in Alpena.
Right, that's
so,
right.
You know, so it's really neat to, you know, to see, you know, those submissions coming through that resource too. So, you know, with you know, over 50 films, where do a lot of the filmmakers come from? Like locally, nationally?
So we have filmmakers throughout the Great Lakes are going to be here. Mr. Haskin actually is from San Diego, I believe. And we have possibly even some filmmakers from London coming this year.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're very excited to share all of this talent that is not just in the Alpena community, but around us, to bring it to Alpena and have everyone meet them. And
it's awesome. And,
yeah.
and you know, we were talking just offset before we came on to tape today, but this is the first year that you've been kind of given the reins to have a little more kind of taking over the film fest in some sense.
Not taking over,
Oh,
but
yeah.
working definitely in partnership
Yeah.
with Stephanie Gondula, who's planned it in the past. And no, it's great because we have our creative minds together. So we're hoping to come up with something bigger and better than ever.
Yeah, I don't mean to get you in trouble with Stephanie or anything, but you know, I know, you know, Stephanie has a lot of wonderful things that she does at the sanctuary.
Yes.
and or at the.
Oh, she's fantastic.
She does so many different things, and you know, it's nice to see, you know, individuals that are taking on more responsibility, taking on more empowerment within the organization, and utilizing those, you know, those opportunities to, you know, to shine. And you know, and
Thank you.
it's wonderful. We've had a lot of really great conversations over the past couple of years here on the show. You know, and it's just really neat to see, you know, with your background in marine archaeology and being able to bring all of those resources and then reaching out to students and other, you know, communities about the great things that are going on. You know, the lamprey thing scares the heck out of me. I remember catching salmon when I was a kid with my grandpa on the boat in the big lake and catching these big giant worms hanging on the side of fish and like, what are these things? And, you know, to learn all of these things at a younger age and the exposure that you bring and, you know, your team, you know, with this film festival it's extraordinary, and I hope so many people show up for this.
Thank you. Tickets are on sale, so they're online on the Friends website. So you're more than welcome to go ahead and grab your Thunder Passes now. That's the best way to do it because it gives you access to all the films
Awesome.
throughout the weekend or throughout the 5 days.
And can they stop by the museum as well?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Good luck with that last minute shopping.
It's just wrapping at this point.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Gift bags are easier. But I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year with your family and friends.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for joining us in the first segment. Stay tuned after the break for Val Williams with Hope Shores Alliance. Welcome back, everyone. Our next guest is Val Williams with the Hope Shores Alliance. Hi, Val.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
And Merry almost Christmas.
Merry almost Christmas. I'm so excited. We're
Right?
almost there, everybody.
Yeah. The kids will sleep at some point, I promise.
yeah.
Aw, well, so, you know, I know you're always doing a lot of really incredible things. Your resources and the opportunities you provide for individuals going through some really traumatic things or some, you know, much needed guidance in this community is incredible.
Thank you.
And I know, to make a lot of that work and to make these things possible, you need volunteers.
We do. We really do. And our agency really is founded on volunteerism. We always have been. Right now we have quite a few openings for volunteers. So if somebody's in the community and they're maybe wanting to get out and give back with their time, we are a great organization to reach out to. Even if somebody is like, hey, I've always wanted to get involved, but I don't have money to donate or I don't have a lot of time to give, we have jobs that could 1 hour a week or 1 hour here and there if you have a skill set. We're looking for people to work with folks who are in our residential services program, so whether that's our shelter or our transitional program, helping folks learn new skills or just have like a fun activity group, maybe knitting or crocheting, cooking food, helping our advocates answer the help and support line, which is a 24/7 operation. So if we could offer some relief even during normal business hours, that would be amazing. And again, an hour here, an hour there makes a huge difference for us and for clients and survivors. Also, we always have openings on our board of directors. We're looking at growing our board a little bit, and we serve 5 counties. So we have a couple of counties where we don't see a lot of representation right now, and that's Montmorency and Presque Isle County. I would love to see some folks who maybe are tuning in this morning and thinking about getting involved in the next year. Reach out to me at Hope Shores Alliance. I'd love to talk to you about being on our board of directors. We have some really cool things happening right now, and in the next year, it'd be a fun time for someone to get involved.
Well, and what kind of time commitment would a potential board of directors member be needed for?
That's a great question. So we meet monthly for roughly an hour and a half. And then I would say throughout that month, whether you're on a committee or not, you can probably estimate about another hour and a half to 2.5 hours. So you're looking at 3.5, 4 hours tops per month of your time, reading emails, looking at documents, showing up to meetings, voting. And then you also have the opportunity to get involved even more if you'd like. But yeah, that's probably the basic average amount is about 4 hours per month.
And the reason I ask that isn't like to put you on the spot about what's involved with all your board members, but it's just to show others and individuals that, for a relatively small time commitment, you can make a huge difference on an organization and help them make vital decisions that help and impact 5 different counties, and step up for people that need a voice. And board of directors are vital to the strength of any organization, and to have a very strong board and individuals that want to step up to be that person. It's really important.
It
and
is.
So I hope people are watching out there and think to themselves, wow, that would be a way for me to make a huge impact on an organization and help an organization as well grow and thrive and continue the positive trajectory that Hope Shores Alliance is on.
Yeah, and another thing about being on our board of directors, right now we have 6 members, I believe, and the more folks we add, the less of a burden it is for everyone else. And we are very mindful of people's time, and it's taken us a few years to look at even all of our fundraisers and just say, it's exhausting sometimes doing all of these events in the community. It's important to get out there, but we were spending so much time, we decided, let's just have a couple real good events each year, and then our board isn't drained, our staff aren't drained, and we're still having as much of an impact in the community and raising as much money. We're just focused on these couple of events. So our board is, I feel like, one of the best in the area. We're very mindful about how we spend our time and how we utilize those resources. So check us out. If you want more information, you can go to our website, hopeshores.org. We have a link right there about our board of directors. Reach out to me, Valerie Williams at Hope Shores. I'd be happy to talk to anybody about that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes back right to the volunteer portion that we started the conversation with is, when you have volunteers in an organization, you can maximize other funding sources to put towards residents or to the services that you're providing. And it's just vital because board of the directors are volunteers as well. So
absolutely.
It just helps make things a lot easier in the nonprofit world when you have engaged volunteers.
And a lot of people don't realize we have a couple of thrift stores too. So those are options. We have someone right now, my mom volunteers at our store in Oscoda, and she just called me last night to tell me, you have a volunteer from Alpena who drives all the way to Oscoda twice a week to help us sort donations. So that's an option if you are interested in volunteering at our store in Rogers City or our store in Oscoda. And then other than that, I would just ask people to check out our website. We have some ways you can donate funding on there. You can check out our wish list. We have a wish list where you can drop ship right from Amazon. So that's kind of cool. Keeps things simple. But yeah, so lots of ways to get involved and support. And holidays are here, right? We're literally there at Christmas Eve. So just a great time to remind folks, if you're feeling in the giving spirit, you can reach out to Hope Shores and find some way to support our work.
Yeah, and what other items can individuals donate?
Oh gosh, anything from paper towel to, you know, clothing, diapers for kiddos, bottles, anything you can think of that someone might need in a home. We will definitely need in our emergency shelter, but we also have a very robust transitional supportive housing program where we have people renting from community landlords, and they need to set up a home, pots and pans, bedding, furniture. We take everything, and most donations that come in go directly to a client or a survivor who's working with us because they are in a residential program, if they don't go to our admin office for our supply closet for survivors to access. So everything is free at our agency, and you can trust that when you donate something to us that will be accessible to survivors.
I trust you.
Thank you.
And then before we, just to end things today, end the segment, talk a little bit about some of your services uptick and why all these volunteers and donations and everything, especially this time of year, why it's so important.
Yeah, so all of our services increased, but the umbrella view is 35% more folks from 5 counties reached out for support and received some sort of intensive support, in-person advocacy counseling or something like that, shelter services or rental support. That's a lot. That's a big increase. There are all kinds of reasons I could try to come up with, but I think we were talking before we got on the air, when you look at your annual report numbers as you sit down to look and reflect on the year past, all I could think was, no wonder we're so tired. We've had this huge increase across the board, but like I said, on average, it's 35% across the board in all of our different areas that we work. But that is a great reason for me to come on here this morning and just say, hey, we really need your support. It is hard. This work is hard in general, but the community can trust that we're doing the work. We're not putting folks out into the community without resources and without support. So if you trust us to do that, would you also trust us by maybe giving a little bit of your time or, you know, resources, volunteering, money? You can donate supplies. That is so much more important when we see this increase of 35% across the board. It's really important for us to ask the community then, hey, can you help us support this increase that we've seen in services?
Well, so I'm sure a lot of people will step up to help.
I hope so.
And all they need to do is get to know you, and they will jump on board.
Thank you.
Well, that is the end of our segment.
Thank you.
It goes by so quick.
Yeah, it does.
But Merry Christmas to you and your beautiful family.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy it.
And Merry Christmas to all of you out there. Enjoy this beautiful time with your friends, your family, your loved ones. Take care, and we'll see you next week.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College. Season's greetings to you all. I would like to take our time together this morning to talk about the things that happened at last night's board meeting, or the December board meeting, final board meeting of 2023. And let's get started. One of the things that happened this past week that we talked about at the board meeting was we had a really nice retirees luncheon on Wednesday of this week. So retirees, faculty, staff, administrators came back to the college, and we hosted them. We had a little program about how things are going at the college, had lunch, and folks had the opportunity to catch up, and it was a delight. Connecting the past and the present is a goal of mine, and something I think that's very important to the college. I think it's something that people value at the college. People love the college. They spent many of their most productive years advancing the college and students in the community. And when we have a structure where they can get back together and reconnect, it's a lovely thing. So that was a highlight of the week. At the board meeting, we also talked about spring semester enrollment. Enrollment, of course, is the lifeblood of the college. If it is good, that makes many things possible, and if it's bad, then the reverse is true. So we work very hard as a group and maintain focus on enrollment. Our leader in that is Mike Colleen, the Director of Admissions, and his very capable colleague Sally Schubert and Darren Leitner. It's a complicated picture in some ways. We do a lot of dual enrollment in early middle college with K-12s. It's about half our head count enrollment, and we cover a big footprint. I've talked about this many times, but it's worth noting. Probably 200 miles north to south, and we're in K-12s, many or virtually all of those schools. Recently, we've had the opportunity to explore partnerships with K-12s in the Thumb. They're kind of equidistant from a number of institutions of higher education. And what they report to us is in some ways they're not well served by any of those. So we have reached out to them, they reached out to us, and it looks promising for spring semester that we will get considerable new enrollment from that area. The numbers at this point are looking quite good. We still have classes start on the 18th, I believe, and so we still have some time left, but not a lot of time. And right now we're looking like our head count is up about 3%. Continuing students, which is the largest pool of students in terms of contact hours we have, is up almost 15%. This is the retention piece, people who like what they're getting and come back. Very important piece. And contact hours, that's the thing that people are paying for. You could have 1,500 students taking one credit and paying for one credit. And on the other extreme, you can have 1,500 students taking 12 credits. And there's a substantial difference in terms of the revenue that's generated by those two things. So what we're seeing is our head count is good, which is an important factor, but they're registering for more hours, each student is, and there's a number of potential reasons for that, but that is a significant help to the bottom line of the college, how many hours people are registering for. So we're seeing that up right now compared to last year. These are in comparison of spring semester 2023 last year. Those are up double digits, contact hours. So good work so far. We got a ways to go, but that's very promising. An update I gave to the board on the welding and manufacturing lab. So those, we kind of see them as one project. They're really two different lab upgrades. Those are about done. The equipment's in, it's been installed. Students in both places are taking classes. It is a significant, substantial upgrade. I want to thank all the folks who contributed to that, especially our business partners, Besser Company and Wholesome. Their names will appear on the the manufacturing lab, and the welding lab, respectively. What's left is signage and the open house to the public for people who want to see what's been done and who maybe contributed, want to see how all that has turned out. It's been a great project. It took about 4 years from beginning to end, but like the previous 2 projects, we have been able to complete it and without having to borrow money or without having to fund it out of the college's reserves. So this is, sometimes that takes a little bit longer to do, but over the long term, that's a lot better thing for the college. So I reported out on that, and the last thing that I shared was the a lovely editorial by former Alpena News publisher Bill Spear related to a partnership that Alpena Community College, specifically its nursing program, has developed with My Michigan Alpena around creating a Surge Tech strand that helps LPN students who may have an interest in being surgical techs go down that pathway. We appreciate Mr. Spear's comments. Bill has always been a friend of the college and very knowledgeable about what we do, and we're grateful. So thank you all. Have a great Merry Christmas, and we'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your hosts Bradley Summers and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at WBKB11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Queen Bee's Knees LLC production, a Morgan Murphy media company. All rights reserved.